Hey Caitlin, how you doing? So today, since summer is pretty much over now that it's October, I have decided to film my favorite movies of this summer. And when I say summer, I mean from May to about the end of August. So kind of like the movies that have kind of like the run during the summer months, you know. So yeah, let's get started. Then my little handy dandy list in my Hobbit notebook. First one, and I'm doing these in order of when they're released. So yeah, first one that was released May 23rd, the new X-Men movie. I went to go see it with my dear friend Haley, and I got invited last minute to our local theater, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go. I've been wanting to see it, you know. And oh my gosh, I actually loved it a lot. You know, it's kind of like, I can see how it can get confusing with Wolverine going back in the past to change the future. But I'm just really, really into X-Men. I've loved the movies, and I just kind of like really enjoyed it. I mean, it didn't, it furthered the plot, yet it kind of didn't, but it was such a fun movie, and I liked the concept of it that, you know, I loved it. And I'm also just like a really huge like Marvel fangirl, you know, so yeah, I just enjoyed it a lot. See, I don't remember having any like huge problems with it, but it has been a little while, so, but if you guys have any issues with this movie, or you're kind of confused, or you want more details, let me know. I also watched The Fault in Our Stars, which was released June 6th. I read the book by John Green. I cried, you know, when the whole thing with Gus happens. I cried, you know. And in the movie at the very end, you know, when that huge monumental moment happens between Gus and Hazel, I didn't cry like I did in the book. Not to say I didn't get emotional over it, because I got very emotional. It's just very hard for me to cry during movies. Like, the only movie that I can think of that like I cry consistently at is The Return of the King. But there's a ton of movies that I just get emotional over, and The Fault in Our Stars is one. And I loved how decently close it stayed to the book, you know, like, I feel like it did better than most other book to movie adaptions. Percy Jackson. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, that was another one that I really, really enjoyed. Also, that was released June 13th, How to Train Your Dragon 2. I went to go see this movie by myself, and, you know, I was just surrounded by kids, but I saw the first one, I loved it, and then so I decided to go see the second one, and I feel like it felt like a natural extension of the first one, you know, like it flowed with the first one, where some sequels have a problem with that. It felt like this one like flowed neatly, and like the animation in this one was so good. Like the characters still looked like a grown-up version, you know, like it looked like there was like a natural progression to it, instead of like totally changing features, you know, like even like the freckles were like in the same general spots, if not the same exact spot, you know, so it was awesome. And I really enjoyed it. I did get emotional over this one, with the whole thing with his dad happened, you know, and Toothless and everything, and it was just, and then he found his mom, which was totally unexpected, but kind of expected, I guess, considering how much they talked about it, so, but I enjoyed it. Great movie if you've seen the first one, but you can also get away with seeing this one without seeing the first one, and I totally recommend it. I loved it. I would totally watch this movie again, you know, just, it's one of those movies that can just kind of make you feel better. Besides that one part, it just kind of like feels good, you know? Next one that was released on July 11th was The Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. The first one that they, like the newer one that they released with James Franco, I thought it was okay. I wasn't like the biggest fan of it. I only watched it once, so yeah. And then This one I actually enjoyed a lot. I would see it again, but not like a lot within a small time frame. Maybe like once every year, two or whatever. But I found this one a lot more engaging and a lot more interesting in my opinion. And I felt like there was like more like momentum leading up to the climax, kind of. Even though you could kind of figure out what was gonna happen, it just felt like it was building up so well, you know, and like I just really enjoyed it. I thought they did a brilliant job with keeping me interested, which I felt like they had a problem with the first one. The last one I'm going to be talking about was released August 1st, which was Guardians of the Galaxy, and I went to go see that one by myself. And oh my gosh, probably like my favorite movie of the summer. It was just totally hilarious, you know, and just I think they did such a good job with it. And this movie kind of reminded me why I love Marvel, you know, and like don't get me wrong, like X-Men was good, but it's good for movies to be released when they remind you why you love something, you know, like this really reminded me like why I'm into Marvel, why I love Marvel, you know. I just like the comedic side, you know, and obviously I have a soft spot for Chris Pratt since he's from Lake Stevens. I used to live in Lake Stevens for a little while, you know, so there's that kind of little bias towards Chris Pratt. But also I love Zoe Saldana. I love her. You know, just I saw her. I first saw her in Avatar, but I really started loving her in the new Star Trek movies. Anyways, those are my favorite movies of the summer. And if you guys are kind of into this, I think I might do this each season. So it's like at the end of fall, I'll be like, oh, these are my favorite fall movies. And at the end of winter, I'll be like, oh, these are my favorite fall or winter movies. Just because now that I'm in college, I don't have time to go see movies all that much. And if they're kind of outdated, I apologize. I think I might just kind of lump it up into what I saw that season. Because my college does free movies, so they might be kind of outdated, but you can get the chance to go to a free movie, like, you know. I think in a couple weeks, Emily and I are going to go see Maleficent, so that'll be cool. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and Caitlin, I will talk to you soon.